So this year's first level league theme for the 2025-2026 is called UNEARTHED. So the challenge invites teams to explore archaeology. So the students will be taught to uncover different artifacts to understand the different history. And this will be all done so that students can connect the past and the future. So for this year's team, there will be different challenges for the robot game. So the robot game is about 15 missions, and the student will be taught how to accomplish these missions and score points. So I'm going to break down this presentation into three different parts, which is the innovation project, the robot game, and the core values. So first, I'm going to talk about the innovation project. So for this year's innovation project, it's mainly about helping archaeologists to understand the different artifacts that they capture in different dig sites, to see how they can transport all these different artifacts, to see this is all to help these archaeologists to maybe help them in extracting artifacts, maybe in transporting the artifacts, or to help just the archaeologists to understand the forming of the archaeologists and to understand the different history of people that once lived in that area. So students can come up with different innovation projects. So they can be inspired with different ideas, mainly from the robot game. So we understand that in the robot game, there are different missions in the robot game. And all these missions, it's all about archaeologists, maybe trying to understand the map that was there or trying to transport the artifacts into different locations. So for the innovation projects now, so I'm gonna give you an example. For example, the mission 15, which is about transporting the artifacts into different locations. So students can come up with an innovation project. If it's a robot, or maybe a way in which archaeologists can transport that artifact into a safe location. So just imagine that archaeologists, they discover an artifact in a hidden or maybe underground, but they need to transport that artifact from that place maybe into a safer place, right? So a student can build, I would say, a robot to go and get that artifact and collect it safely and to deliver it to its destination like safely. So these are all the challenges that they can come up with in the innovation project. They can either build a robot, sorry, a website that maybe is going to help archaeologists to understand the different artifacts. Maybe it's a website, it's kind of like a mapping website that is helping the archaeologists to understand the map of the current location where they are digging or looking for artifacts. They can also have different innovation projects like maybe a drawing or something. So this is all that students can come up with on the innovation project. And I'm just gonna be jumping into the core values, which is one of the most important parts in this competition. And for these core values, students have to make sure that during the whole preparation time, they are doing this thing, they're building the robot as a team, and everyone is included. That is inclusion. So for the core values, is one of the most important things because when it comes to presentation, the judges will examine how students have been working together to see if maybe one student was the one who was more active in building and working on this and eighth challenges for the FLL. So these are some of the components that are important. Then now we jump into the robot game. So for the robot game, we have different missions. So we have 15 missions. So the first mission, we continue on the robot game and the different missions that the students are going to accomplish. So I'm not gonna mention all the missions, but I'm just gonna give a few of them and how student can manage to solve those missions. So the first mission is the safe expression. So on the first mission, students have to make sure that they review the dig site and also to be able to remove the brush. As you have seen, like on the mission, there's a red thing there. So students have to remove that brush, and they get through accomplishing those missions, they'll be getting more points. And the whole robot game is about 2.5 minutes. So students have to complete all the missions in 2.5 minutes. And of course, for students to accomplish all these missions, they need to build a stable, well-programmed robot that is able to complete these missions. So on the robot game, it's one of the most important parts where students have to work on building a robot that is able to complete missions. So students, for them to complete mission, of course, they need attachments. So there will be different missions where attachments are definitely going to be needed. So students are supposed to build robots with attachments made for lifting, made for pushing, for all those tasks. So the robot should be stable and have to be built in a way that it, even if it's programmed, it will move in an exact direction that is programmed. So these are some of the things that is will look when judging about the robot design. So this is basically my video for the unaided FLL challenge. So thank you.